today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Sony WH-1000XM5s. Let's check it out.
Precision like a surgeon. Bad ones used to curb me. Showing up to the show when the curtain split. She know that I'm worth it. I'm finna go up, I'm aerial. I got the hit stash, got a bracelet for impact. Real tricky, quick to flip a pretty penny to a thick stack. Quick stat, think fast and I talk real. I give a fuck about how they feel. Me and Zay just dropped the propane and it sounded like mass appeal. For my dog, I'ma ride to the wheels kill. Got his hand on the hammer, so keep it legit. I've been the man with the blueprint. I won't stop till I own every brick. I used to lay out in the line just to feel the world spin on its axis.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is David with Side of Tech. Today we're going to be going over the Sony WH-1000XM5s, which from here on out we're going to be calling them the XM5s because this name is ridiculous. So this is going to be my definitive review, so we're going to go ahead and go over the features, pros and cons, and the really fun part is we're going to be comparing this with a couple of other headsets, which is going to be the AirPods Max and also the Bose QC35s. So if you guys like these type of videos, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. I really want to earn your subscription today. And also go ahead and check me out on all my social media, especially my Instagram. I go ahead and post a whole bunch of really cool reels and photos about everyday tech products. So go ahead and check me out. Now without any further delay, let's go ahead and check them out. Meet the Sony XM5s, Sony's latest and greatest ANC headphones. Let's start off by going over the headset's key features. But before that, let's go over what comes in the box. So for one, you get your carrying case. It's semi-collapsible and made out of a nylon material. Opening the case up, we have your headset and also a magnetic flap, which reveals all your cables. The first cable is a 3.5mm headphone jack. Nice to know that Sony still cares about wired audio. Next is the USB-C charging cable, and last but not least, you have your brand new Sony XM5s. Moving on from that, let's go ahead and talk about the key features. The headset features 8 exterior microphones for picking up better sound and also helps with noise cancellation. We also have Sony's QN1 chip, which powers every single aspect of the headset, including your ANC, the microphones, and basically every single smart feature included in the headset. To help with that brand new sound signature, we have 30mm drivers, which produces really nice rich bass, something that the Sony headphones are well known for. This thing is super light, coming in at only 8.82 ounces or around 250 grams. Getting into some more of the functional features, we have instant play and pause, which activates as soon as you remove your headphones or put them back on. This automatically pauses your music or lets you pick right off from where you left off. You also get an ambient mode, which is Sony's version of the transparency mode. You can activate this setting by using 3 methods. 1 is pressing the actual button itself, 2 by cupping your right ear cup, or 3 by enabling speak to chat. As soon as you start talking, the headphones will enter ambient mode. Next to the ambient button, you have a power/Bluetooth button. You can also press it to check your battery life. Next to the power button, you have your 3.5mm headphone jack, and the last input is your USB-C charging port. You also have an insane battery life of 30 hours with the ANC turned on and 40 hours without. And you also get quick charge. A 3-minute charge will give you 3 hours of playback. Another cool thing is that this headset comes with its own phone app. This app unlocks so many features, like your ability to pair up 2 devices at one time, the type of noise cancellation you get, and also custom audio levels, which really unlocks the headset. Honestly, there's so many features to cover, I'm really afraid to miss a few of them. Oh yeah, you have swipe gestures on your right ear cup that lets you control the volume, play, skip, and pause, fully adjustable ear cups that can go up and down, and memory foam in those ear cups. Perfect for all day wear. And lastly is the headband, which you can see here is really durable, and I highly doubt that breaking them or overstretching them will be any kind of issue. So as you can see here, this headset comes loaded with features. And now that we covered most of them, let's go ahead and talk about the pros and cons. So out of the box, this headset, its highlights are definitely centered around the lows. So that means if you're looking for great bass out of ANC headphones, which by the way is actually kind of hard to find, these are the ones for you. And by far the best thing is that if you guys don't like this sound signature, you can customize your own or just pick any one of the presets that come with the app. My AirPods Max can't do this, the Bose QC35s cannot do this, a lot of other headsets cannot do this, but the Sonys can. And another great positive of this headset is the wider range range of adjustment. So there's not like a number system or anything. It's basically like a free system. You guys already know that I am a big brain person, and to all my other big brain folks out there, don't worry about this one. You'll have plenty of room for your head to fit in. And not only do you have a wide range of adjustment, this thing is also feather light. This is the lightest headset I have ever used in my life. Now, to many people, this can actually be a good or a bad thing. Some people don't like a light headset because they relate it to like feeling cheap and stuff like that. And honestly, I can see where they're coming from. You know, we naturally associate heavy things with more expensive or premium products, but in this case, if you're traveling with this thing or just bringing this thing around town or trying to wear this all day, the lightweight feature of this headset is what really comes in clutch. And another subjective thing is, I mean, it has to be the looks, right? It has to look right on your head, or else you guys aren't gonna rock it around town or just travel with them. So in my opinion, I love the stealth black look with the gold hit. Super clean. And then the last positive I'm going to talk about here, definitely the last but not least, has to be the ANC, or the active noise cancellation. So again, I went traveling with these things, and whenever I needed to lock in, I put on this headset, and then I was just in my own world with these things. When I say that this headset has the best ANC on the market right now, I am not joking at all. This is already better than the AirPods Max. This is better than the Bose QC35s that I have. I personally don't have the 700s or the 45s, so take that with a grain of salt. I tried the Bose 700s and the 45s in store, and yeah, none of those compared to this. This is the best ANC on the market right now. Now, I'm giving this headset a lot of praise. There are a couple of things that I definitely did not like about this headset, so let's get into that. So the easiest deal breaker that I have here is the price. $400, that is a lot of money for this headset. Kind of pushing it a little bit, to be honest. I felt like $350 would have been an amazing price for this headset, but $400, that's actually out of range for a lot of people's budgets. Another one has to be that the fact that this headset competes with Bose QC45s, very dominant in terms of travel. This headset, unfortunately, they didn't really focus on that. They gave this headset a really good weight, but you're not able to fold the ear cups at all. So that will lead to a bigger case, which will lead to much more space inside your bag. And the last deal breaker that I have, and surprisingly, this is not a gripe, this actually bothered me so much. I don't know if you guys have been noticing, but the whole time I've been talking to you guys, this headset has accumulated some fingerprints. Now, fingerprints are normal on a lot of products, but this one specifically, oh my God, it fingerprints like crazy. But you guys also might say, David, you could just take a little rag and clean these off. It doesn't come off that well. You have to keep on going at it. And if you have a rag that might have like some dust or some stuff on it, it will scratch these very easily. So you got to watch out for that. If fingerprints bother you like they bother me, I've been cleaning these things so much for this review. And like I said, just wiping them off doesn't do the trick. But yeah, okay, the deal breakers are done. Let's move on to some of the gripes, just the little problems that I had with the headset. Sometimes when I were to put this thing on, I do get a little hot spot on my head. I don't know, something about this material, or it could just actually be the headband themselves. But here is kind of like a harder plastic, and then here is when it starts to get soft, like near the middle. This is not the end of the world because I can always just take them off for a little bit and put them back on. And my last gripe with the headset is that sometimes the touch controls on this thing can be a hit or miss. So if you guys aren't familiar with the gesture controls of this headset from previous ones, this is going to be a whole new battleground that you have to conquer, because there are a whole bunch of gestures that come with this headset. And for, I want to say like 60% of the time, which is not very good, they work. You know, playing pause is pretty solid. Where it gets a little bit troubling is the volume up and down, and the left and right might go diagonal and it might skip the song and it just kills it for you. You know, that happened to me a couple of times. But yeah, guys, a lot of great things to say about this thing, a lot of good pros and cons about this headset. But now let's go on to the fun part, and let's go ahead and compare these with the AirPods Max and my really old QC35s that are still going and are still strong. Let's go ahead and compare these things. My comparisons are so fun. So the audio you're hearing right now is from my Rode Video Mic Pro. So let's go ahead and switch to that right now. So guys, what do you think about what I sound? Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. This is the Sony WH-1000XM5s. Yes or no? Okay, now let's move on to the AirPods Max. Let's switch on over to that right now. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. This is the Apple AirPods Max. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yes or no? Last but not least, we got the Bose QC35s. So the mic might not compete with the rest, but let's go ahead and see. So let's go ahead and switch on over to them right now. Hello, hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. This is the Bose QC35s, first generation. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. In my opinion, the Sony XM5s takes the win here. It just sounds a little bit more clear and a little less tinny. Everyone cares about weight, right? Let's go ahead and compare the three headsets. So guys, for the active noise cancellation test, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and start up my AC unit, which is freaking loud. Definitely the ANC is gonna play a big role into canceling out that sound. Let's go ahead and do that test. Okay, so first up we have the Sony XM5s. Yeah, I don't hear much at all. And I have nothing playing right now in my ears. This is just the raw ANC. Yeah, it just feels like a fan, like a Dyson fan, like on a 2 fan speed setting. So that's pretty good. All right, so now we're moving on to the AirPods Max, and I can already tell you right now, this ANC, I actually have to check if I was on transparency mode. I don't know, it might have to do something with the clamping on top of my head. Sometimes it doesn't clamp all the way around. Not as good as the XM5s for sure. All right, so now we have the Bose QC35s. So this one does pick up more of like that jet engine sound a little bit more. Earlier I said that the XM5 sounded like a Dyson fan on speed 2. Yeah, these sound like a Dyson fan on speed 5. Pretty decent, you know, for these old pair of headsets. Not too bad. Okay guys, so on to the next phase of the testing. We're gonna go ahead and test out the sound signature that comes straight out of the box. And I also understand that this test is very subjective. It also depends on the type of music you're listening to. I also forgot to mention I'm gonna keep it all at the same volume. Jesus, I can't hear anything. All right, but yeah, his voice sounds like it's right in front of me. Not a lot of separation going on though, especially at this higher volume. It definitely starts falling apart a little bit. Definitely felt the bass, definitely felt the overall sound profile of the headset straight out of the box. If you guys are looking for that kind of rocking bass type of situation between all the ANC headphones, I feel like this is the one for you. Pretty good. All right, so moving on to the AirPods Max. Now the AirPods Max has a very special feature with Apple devices. It's called spatial audio. You know, they record multiple microphones, multiple directions of audio. So, you know, I want to keep it nice and fair for every single headset turned off. So let's go ahead and crank up the volume. Okay, bass definitely does not hit like the XM5s. I can definitely hear the separation more of his voice, the little cymbal and drum in the back, and the bass. So I can definitely hear that separation. Doesn't sound muddy like the XM5s. I hear the clarity in his voice. Okay. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay guys, so last but not least, we have the Bose QC35s. I can definitely make out his voice. The bass is very subdued, not very big hit at all once the bass dropped. Like there's not as much separation here. There you go, that's what it is. There's not as much separation here as the AirPods. There's something to be said about this headset, how old it is, and it still holds up. Does not pull its punches with the rest of the headsets that I have. That's a great sign if you still have these headphones. So yeah, moving on to my conclusions here and my overall conclusions now. What do I think about this headset? Who is this for? And then what rating am I gonna give this? So first off, I'm gonna go ahead and recommend this headset for pretty much just the general person who wants to own an ANC headset. If you guys don't have an ANC headset and you guys are looking for one, like I said in my test, this is the best ANC that I've currently ever heard. Now that being said, if you guys already have an ANC headset, definitely weigh out the pros and cons. I thoroughly still enjoy my QC35s. If you guys have ANC headphones already and you guys are happy with them, maybe consider sticking around with them, or maybe test them out at the store like a Best Buy or a store like that. See if you like them, pull the trigger and just buy them. So now we're gonna be going ahead and talk about the verdict now. So I went ahead and revamped my rating system. It's no longer a number-based system. Buy, return, wait for a sale, or just completely skip out on this. So with all the pros and cons and all the testing into consideration, I'm gonna go ahead and give this thing a buy. There's just so many good things about this headset that I cannot recommend it anymore. You overall have a great price to value ratio. This thing comes loaded with features. Might be a little hit or miss here and there every once in a while. Yeah, this headset is really great. So everyone, I want to thank you so much for watching today's video. But yeah, please let me know your thoughts on the XM5s. You know, please leave your comments down below. I want to hear you guys' opinions. They all matter to me. Thank you for waiting and for being patient on this video. I really wanted to do it right by you guys, so I can give you guys a great recommendation. I wanted to do all the testing. I wanted to do all of the traveling and all the stuff. But yeah, everyone, just thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I can't wait to make even more videos and more memories and more reviews for you guys to enjoy. But with all that being said, this was David serving you a little side of tech, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless, guys.